In this video we will learn how to put on a weapon in the left side. So we have like a bow we can use in the left side, and we will be able to do this animation and get the working with the bow stuff. Just jump right into it. So open the equipment change, and here we have normally hand transform, so let's rename that to right hand transform and apply. Just duplicate this line and make it so we also have a left hand. And then we can go down here, and for testing purpose we will change this later when we get the inventory equipment system. We will weapon, make bow, because it's probably in our left hand we will have a bow. And up here we change one of these just to bow instead of adding a new one. And then we will go down, see where here we are destroying the sword joint. Actually, I think we don't need the sword joint, so let's try right here, right and transform, destroy it, right hand transform. We have more places with sword joint. No, so we can delete that one. And let's see, where did we just went? We were equipped item. Yeah. So we can also just make another one here and say left hand transform. There we go. So this one is deleting the weapon, and the other hand if we change, so we cannot have both a weapon and a sword. Later at some point we will make some exceptions, so if it's like dual wielding swords, but for now we are only able to have one sword. So we also say we need a new case, and the new case is, let's say we have a bow, that kind of annoys me that these doesn't have the same name, so rename. Fine. Okay, and then we need to be able to test it, so let's put in on the C and put bow, then bow, and that should be everything for this one, but as you can see this one is still a problem. So we will add in left hand transformation, that, and then we can see we get this error because we doesn't have that inside the weapon. So inside weapon we need to make some fixes. And let's start up here in the weapon. Let's add a serialized bool and call it is right-handed. And often items is right-handed, so we just put it equal to true. So we just have one bool to decision if it's right or left-handed. And then we are going down to the spawn here, and right now it says transform, right hand transform and animator. So we're gonna do like right hand that, and then we're gonna say transform left hand that, put a comma, and then we're gonna say, let's see, it just should actually remove the problem over here. Then we have another problem here. Oh, it was with a little b, like that. So I just need to fit these names. Back to weapon, we have public void spawn, transform right hand, transform left hand, animator. If prevalent, so here we will need to write some coding for what hand are we actually using. So let's say transform and call it hand transform uh, is equal to get transforms transform and say right hand left hand that, and then we need to write this one. We can do that down here, and we will call it, we could call it private transform get transform right right hand right hand transform left hand that, brackets like this, say transform and transform that, and you say if is right-handed and transform is equal to right hand, and else and transform is equal to left hand, and then return hand transform. So if we have checked the right-handed, yeah, then there it's a right-handed weapon, else it's a left-handed. So up here we have to make sure we write everything right, and transform, and as you get transform right and left, it's then and instead we instantiate hand transform here. Just checking everything works. So let's go into the game. Okay, then we need to go into the prefabs, into the weapon, and look. First of all, they have the animations right now. It is possible to click the right hand, and then we need to go to our prefab player. See, okay, we have the attack speed, and we have the combat, and we have the player controller, and under we have the health, networking. Here we have some things we haven't put in yet, like unarmed and the bow, and we need the right and the left transform. So let's go into that. We have the right hand here, so right hand transform that. Really interesting if this model actually have a left hand transform sword joint. It did not. So we will make a game object, call it left sword joint, like that. And right now it is up here at the bracelet, and you can see this one also have a bit of changes. So if we take this, paste it in as new values, and instead of negative, I'm gonna make it like this one actually needed to be negative. So see that and negative, like that. Okay. So now we have a left hand joint, and we can take the left hand joint into this one. Then we can take our pin, the unarmed, we can just put it on the player, that, hold it, weapon, unarmed, and put it in here. And then we could make the bow and create weapon, make new weapon, bow. Make it folder for it, bow. And I think in the next tutorial we will work on that. For now we will just like we can go into this weapon and do like that and just test it out for now. So we're inside. Let's see if our weapon works. So it's definitely going over to the left hand, but it's not like we haven't rotated the right way and stuff like that for that to be possible. We can remove it as always. So let's stop here, and in the next video we're gonna make the bow.